Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017 with the Rude Man. We're back on Parker's Prairie, and in the last episode we just got a start on this, and the last thing we did was collect a whole bunch of gold pieces. So we got over 1 million smackaroonies, and we're gonna continue on with what we were doing, which is what was this guy doing? What was he doing? Oh, okay, so he was delivering some corn. Get him started again. And let's go out to the field. We've got a couple of combines running here. Let's go ahead and get these guys working again. Here comes our truck. And he's already got his course, so we're just going to start him back up again. We've got Troy Sawyer working this one. And let's just put him back to work. He's still got his course. And we got Jeremy Varner on this truck, which is appropriate. He's a truck driver in real life. We got Raymond LeDuc on this truck. And then, let's see. Let's get this one started. Okay, who we have here? Raymond's on 2 trucks. He's a talented truck driver. Let's get this fella going. He still has his course. But which direction was he motating? He should have been going this way, I guess. And he's full up. So, well, let's just get him in line here. See if he'll take off the way he's supposed to. Okay, he's almost done with this field of soybeans. Oh, he didn't catch the he didn't catch this correctly. Alright. Let's see how far he gets before he gets full. He's pretty full. Let's see if he'll... Now he's got his route. Alright, and he'll sit here and wait for his truck. And then we need to get the... we need to get the potato guy going. Where's potato guy? There he is. We're just going to hire a worker here. He's full. Troy Sawyer again. So we got these guys double teaming on us. Alright, we'll let him go. Let him go. Let's get the whatcha-dinger going again. Enterprise. Let's get Enterprise going. He should be on his way back. And drive the course. And then let's get his tractor out of the way here. You're in the way, buddy. Alright. Who do we have doing that? Stefan. Stefan is mowing the field. And I don't know where the other guy left off. This guy right here, where did he leave off? I have to laugh. The name of this map is Parker's Prairie, and I told you the other day when we recorded, well, it was yesterday actually. Yesterday I did the first episode of this series, and I talked about Parker's Prairie and that kind of thing. I neglected to let you know that interestingly enough, my wife was laughing because Parker was her maiden name. So she got a little tickled. She says, oh, they named a map after me. Now, let's see if we can get this fella running again. I'm just going to let him go. He'll catch up sooner or later. So anyway, yes, yesterday was our wedding anniversary, and we went out for a late breakfast, early lunch. I guess they call it brunch, don't they? And had a good time, and then we went to see Wonder Woman, and oh my God, that was a good movie. I really, really enjoyed it. Uh-oh. Enterprise is stuck in a wormhole. I'll have to fix that. Anyway, yeah, Wonder Woman was a really, really good movie. I really liked it. And, you know, the fact that Gal Gadot that plays Wonder Woman is drop dead gorgeous had nothing to do with it. It was still a good movie. All right, let's see what goes on here. Okay, Stefan, you're a little confused. Let me give you a hand here. Let me see what we have. Okay, the turn field is deactivated, but this should be probably a little bit higher turning radius here. We're going to make it around 14, see if that doesn't help him out a little bit. Let's drop this. Get him back in line here. Which way was he headed? That way. Okay, so he should be headed this way. See what we can do. See if we can get him back on the straight and narrow here. There we go. That should get him back in the swing of things. And, yeah, it's going to take him a while to get caught up. I kind of goofed up on this one, didn't I? Let me see if I can give him a little bit of a hand here. Get him a little bit closer to the action. And now he should find his way. So yeah, anyway, we went to see Wonder Woman. It was a really good movie for a DC. DC struggles to make good movies. I mean, as far as Marvel got quite a jump on them, and I don't know. They keep trying to do the same things over and over. Even Marvel. How many times has Marvel told the origin story of Spider-Man? We all know how Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man. Let's get on with a decent movie. And, you know, it's the same thing with Batman. Every time they start a new Batman, and thankfully they're not gonna, I don't think, in this DC series. They're gonna do the Justice League, which is fine. We don't need to know how Batman became Batman. We've seen it so many times. Every time they start a new movie, they've got to show the origin story, which is fine. But then they remake it, and they remake it, and they remake it. So, you know, they need to, you know that the audience knows how Batman became Batman. Now, we haven't seen a Wonder Woman movie in, well, I can't tell you. The last time I saw anything about Wonder Woman was the TV show, Linda Carter, and that was, what, 30, 40 years ago? Well, maybe not literally, but could be. Back in the 70s, wasn't it? Or earlier? I don't recall. But anyway, so it doesn't hurt for them to do an origin story with her. And the thing of it is they didn't go through a whole bunch of nauseating stuff. They very briefly showed her as a little girl and you know, growing up and that kind of stuff. And then they went into the movie. And that was pretty good. You know, instead of going through, you know, 3/4 of the movie just to learn where she came from. But I'm no movie critic, so just suffice it to say I enjoyed it. Let's go check on stuff, because we're farming here. Okay, now I need to get going with making some animal feed. And I started that process, but at the time I didn't have any straw. So we're still kind of waiting on the straw. Let me take a look at the fields here. Okay, we own 10, and it does have wheat on it, I believe. but it's green, so we're not able to harvest it yet. So as soon as this gets going, we're going to have some windrow. Yes, we are. So I haven't decided what to do with the $1 million yet. Initially, my first deal when I get the gold nuggets is to buy a field. I actually have quite a bit of crop in these fields that I do own. 2, 3, 7, and 10. That's quite a bit of crop there. What do we have in 7, by the way? Barley. So we've got barley and wheat getting ready to go, but they're not ready to go yet. So we're waiting for growth pattern to bump up here. So I can't do anything more with the, you know what I could do though? I don't think I have any corn over in the pig one. Let me go check the pig one. I need to remember the next time that when I'm finished with this grass field, since it's I need to spray it. I need to fertilize it to get a little bit better yield. Actually, I don't. And the reason I say I don't have to is because there's so much grass there, I'm not going to be hurting for grass. So it doesn't make any difference whether I get a good yield or a bad yield. I'm still going to be, up to my ears in grass. Okay, so we can bring some corn in. We know we have corn, and we know we have potatoes. So let's do that. We don't have any barley or wheat. We're waiting for the 7 and 10 to ripen. But we can start by getting some potatoes and soybean, corn, lots of corn. All right, so let's grab some potatoes. Where are we at here? I'm lost. Oh, I want to show you something. If you guys haven't seen this Volvo, this Volvo is sweet. Let me show you something on this thing. All right, I'm gonna hit some beacons and lights here and show you something. Put the beacons on. We'll put the lights on. And then look at that. It's got strobes on it. Isn't that sweet? Those beacons are sweet too. That's just super cool. It's got lights up the yin-yang. It's got these work lights, these backup lights. It's just, this thing lights up like a Christmas tree. I love it. Anyway, I had to show you that. Let's see. What did I do with my dump truck? Let's grab this guy. I need to remember I don't have the trailers for the dump truck in my folder. I'm going to have to put them in. So I don't have the extra trailers for this rig. Let's grab some potatoes, or whatever comes up first. Corn probably. Let's grab a load of corn. If I had the other trailer for this, I could put corn in one and potatoes in the other, but I don't have it in my folder. I'm pretty sure I don't have it in this folder. Yeah, I don't have it in the folder. I've been jumping back and forth to on maps today. I was playing this map for a little while, not this particular game save, of course, my personal game save. A little while this morning, I went back to playing Marsh, what I call Marsh, and then I came back to play this one, and immediately it strikes me that this is so much brighter. And there's got to be something to that, because otherwise, I jump from map to map to map on a regular basis, and nothing strikes me that way. But it just seems like this map is so much brighter. So there must be something to it. I don't know what. I may be taking the long route here. I don't know. Find out if there's an easier way to get to the pig farm. pull the main map up. Yeah, it would have been easier to go down by field 2 and across. Oh well, we'll get there. Yeah, we're taking the long route. But that's okay. We'll get there. My guys know what they're doing. Yeah, so like I said, immediately on most maps, I would take my $1 million and buy some fields. But I mean, look, we've been driving for a minute now, and I still barely getting past the cornfield that we've got. It's just, these things are huge. This is field 10. Look how big that is. Can't even see the end yet. So I've got quite a bit of land. I think I'm gonna hang on to the $1 million and just see what it comes to. I might buy some animals. I have a few animals, but not very many. Well, I don't have anything to feed them. So, which reminds me, not only do I have to bring corn and potatoes over for the pig mixer, I also need to bring grass over to feed the sheep. Thank God we don't have to feed anything to the chickens. Of course, the chickens would probably eat corn just fine if you had to feed them something. And I'm surprised you don't. I'm surprised when they did their last update, they didn't do something about chickens. At least have to feed them, you know. They could feed them grain of some kind. You could feed them seeds, you know. We have mods that allow us to make seeds. Why doesn't Giant provide the ability for us to make seeds for either feed or, you know, seeding on the farm? Would have been a simple thing to do since they're already stealing people's mods. And we know they did that. You know, Giant had some pretty good mods that the modders have made, and they've taken them and incorporated them into the game. Kind of the same thing I had, where if they could put horses in the game and provide us oats as a harvest, as a fruit. Now, let me open this up. On this map, the trigger to buy the animals is right here in the gateway, right in here somewhere, and you have to come in here for the water and the feed. Well, I got it backward. That's the water. That's the feed. And the straw, you just come in here and throw the straw around too, I think. But I am lazy about these gates. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I have to open and close the gates. Normally I wouldn't. On my personal gameplay, I open the gate and leave it that way because it's a pain in the ass getting in and out all the time, so you have to stop and open the gates. But you don't do it that often. How often do you have to feed and water? Not too often. And that kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend I have to get out and shut the gates. Let's do it that way. Now you can bring grains over here. You can dump to that silo and get it back out of that. But it's just the normal grains, as far as I know. I haven't actually went in and looked at it, but I think it is. I don't think you can put straw and that kind of stuff in there. I think it's just the normal grain. Okay, we've got some corn here. So, let's dump it in the machine. Triaxle is slipping. Well, let's go take a look. And I guess it is. What are you doing out here? Jeremy? What brought you out here? Must be a sail on the other side of that hill there. Wow, you really went away from your cornfield, buddy. Huh. Alright, well, let's put him back to work. I don't know what happened. Are you going to try to get there? He's going to try to take from that combine. Not quite full. It's got 9% left. Ain't a lot. It ain't a lot. But would get that combine moving again, I suppose. Not for very far, though. Okay, it looks like Enterprise is done with his job. Well, by golly, he's going to get in there and get it done. Good job. As long as he gets out of the way and lets his combine do his job. Okay, you're officially full now. Okay, let the combine go. There you go. Good job. All right, let's go. Oh, it wasn't Enterprise. Who's done? Oh. Okay. Fine. Why didn't you, what's going on here? Wait a minute. No, dump your grain. What's going on? All right. What's happening here? This doesn't make any sense. I'm going to get out of the way here and let that truck come. Make sure the truck's got a good clear shot. Why is this guy not doing his thing? It doesn't have to be running, does it? Sometimes I wonder. Look at that. Oh, there it goes. That was weird. Well, at least I thought it was. Okay, you can go dump your load there. I'm taking this guy for a joyride. Okay, we know we have barley up on field 7. I'm not quite sure. I think... Well, I'm not entirely sure which one's going to come ripe first. The wheat or the barley. So let's just take this guy up to the barley field 7. That's the closest one, I think. I don't know if you noticed, but that's a scale right there. And I've got each of the trucks driving over the scale. No particular reason, just for hoots and giggles. You know what I could do? I could double up the corn guy. Let me drop this. Go get my corn header. We could double up on this field here. I just don't recall where I put the corn header. Okay, get out of the truck's way. I love those trucks. They work well. The only thing I don't like about the trucks, though, is they don't let you use four-wheel drive. Your drive control doesn't work on them. Where did I leave? Did I put it in one of the barns? Let's see. Let me open this up. Okay, it's not in there. Not in there. Not in here. There it is. I gotta be done with that field before I find my corn header. Alrighty, grab the corn header. Okay, combine, kick it. Tried a couple other maps out a couple of days ago. 3 or 4 of them actually. And I don't know, I played each one for just a little tiny bit, but kind of enough to know I didn't really like the map all that well. I kind of equate it to this. Have you ever bought a music album because you like, let's say you're listening to a top 10 song on the radio and you decide to buy the album, but you don't really know what's on the album. You just like the one song. And so you listen to the album and you maybe pick out 2 or 3 songs. And albums nowadays, they don't have a whole lot of songs on them. Let's just say it has 8 songs on it. And you pick out 2, maybe 3 that you like. And, you know, you listen to them and you think, well, shoot, I only like 2 or 3 of the songs. And then after you get so sick of those 2 or 3 songs that you like, you pull the album out and you start listening to the other songs on the album. And you discover that there's some pretty good music on the album that you didn't think you cared for because you only liked the songs that you heard on the radio. I've done that many times where I got sick of the songs that I bought the album for and, you know, started listening to the songs I didn't think I liked, only to find out that, why didn't I like these? These are really pretty good. And I've had that happen to me quite a little bit. It's kind of the same thing with these maps. You know, I'll start playing a map. And I'll say, you know, I don't like this map. So I'm not going to play it. Pardon me, had a cough. Anyway, let's see, harvest, this is field 3. Let me get business going here. So it's kind of the same way. I'll start listening to or playing a map, and let's see, which way am I going? That way. See what happens here. And I think, yeah, I don't like this map. It's because I'm already playing 2 or 3 maps that I really do like. And then later on, I'll go back to those maps and think, you know what? I don't know why I didn't like this map. It's really not that bad. And I'll start playing it at a later date. So I played a couple other maps. There was one called Lone Star, and I can't remember what a couple of the others were that I was looking at. 2 of them were German maps, so I couldn't pronounce them even if I could remember what they were. But Lone Star was one of them. I can't remember what the other one was. I did play County Line a little bit, but I didn't care for it. I know that quite a few people were asking people to play it, but I didn't care that much for it. It had some issues with it, at least for me. It had some technical issues. Have you noticed that this thing makes a funny pattern when it does the corn? Actually, it's kind of a checkerboard pattern. Let me pull the other combine up. Look at that. Isn't that weird? that checkerboard pattern that it makes. Well, I thought it was weird. All right, let me go see what's going on with these guys. Look at all the Chris Hamlet's working the grass here. Oh, I thought this guy did his thing. Let's have him stop at the last trigger. And did he go the right way? I guess so. Yeah, he's going the right way. I might have went a little bit too far to start him. Oh well. Let's get this guy back to the farm. We need now to get, we did corn. Let's get some, what else do we need? Oh, we need potatoes. Alright, let's run back and get some potatoes. I can go back the other way this time. I took the scenic route last time to get here. There's your chickens. You have no control over the chickens now. They're kind of free roaming, and you don't have to buy them. You can't sell them. They just do eggs if you want to take the time to pick them up once in a while and make 5 cents. I kind of look at the chickens kind of like drinking, a case of Mountain Dew. In Oregon, it costs us 10 cents for every pop. There's a deposit on the can. So for every can of pop, you have to pay 10 cents. Now, you take the pop can back, you get your 10 cents back. But, I don't know. It used to be 5 cents, and it wasn't too. 5 cents was like, if I threw a few pop cans away, I didn't care. Rather than having to gather them all up, take them down to the store and count them, or take them to a machine, I didn't like to do that. So I'd wait till the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts came around and were doing some kind of a drive to make money. What's going on here? And I'd just give the pop cans to them. But now that it's 10 cents... My wife is using it for her mad money. So she says, keep drinking pop, and I'm taking the cans in for 10 cents, and it's not like it didn't cost us 10 cents in the first place, but it's kind of like a little savings account. She'll let them stack up now and then take them to the store and make, $5 or $6, and she's got, money for a burger or something once in a while. I think it's funny. But I was kind of equating that with the chickens. You got these chickens. So, okay, I'll go in 4 or 5 game days and say, okay, I'm going to take the chicken eggs and go sell them and make 5 cents. You don't make any money on chicken eggs, really. And there's no way to buy 10,000 chickens so you can start making eggs and selling them for money. So what's the point of them? And I kind of equated it with the fact that I didn't want to take the time, for 5 cents a can, it wasn't worth my time to mess with them and count them, make sure that take them down 1 can at a friggin' time and put them in a machine to get your money back. And that's why I'd give them away. Now that it's 10 cents, it's a little different, but that's kind of how I looked at the chickens. How much do you make by picking up the eggs and go selling them? Not enough to pay for any fuel. My time's valuable on the farm here. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I told you I have a few cattle out there, but not very many. And I'll still have just a few cattle out there. It's the pigs that duplicate. My pigs right now, I can guarantee you, are over there making bacon. Gotta love pigs. Okay, let's grab some spuds. Oh, wait a minute. We might not have potatoes in here. I can't remember if potatoes are in here. They're not. They're not in here. You can't even have them in here. This thing doesn't do potatoes. That's why I had to put the hayloft in. That's right. I remember now. So it's a 5-minute drive across the farm here to get the potatoes. This farm is huge. I still don't know what that's at. What that is. Of course, I just got animals, so it's not like they've had any feed to make any manure or anything. Potatoes. As a matter of fact, that's what I think that is a manure place. Let's grab some spuds here. And let's see. The reason I think this is poo, well, I don't know if it is, because I don't see a poo pile. I haven't seen a poo pile around here. So that's why I think that's what that is. I don't know what this is about over here. Could be just for show. But if you notice, I don't see a poo pit. So maybe that's the poo pit. We'll find out once we start making poo. Head back to the pig barn. I love pigs. Pigs are my favorite. I hate sheep. I'm talking real life now. When we had the farm, I had sheep and pigs and milk cow, goat. I hated the sheep. And I'm wasting time too. I should be working on that field over there. Do I need to plow field 2? Let's see. Yes, I do. I'll tell you what. Let me. Oh, what's happening here? All right, who do we have working there now? Troy. And Troy's doing the combine and the truck. How's he doing that? All right, let's see. This is a seeder. This is the plow. Oh, wait a minute. Don't run off without the plow. I wonder how the corn guys are doing. Uh-oh. Where did the grain truck go that I sent back to the farm? There he is. Oh, there's a trigger there. Really? I told him to stop at the next trigger. There must be a trigger here for this scale. Well, that's odd. All right. You can carry on. All right, he's on the scale. It's hard to read, though. I can't read it. Well, I can't even see it now. All right, carry on, carry on. He's going to come back, isn't he? Dang it. I got to stop him. He's going to come back around. I don't want him to go back to that field. I'm glad they made these barns really tall, because sometimes you have trouble with these dump trucks. I've had trouble with the dump trucks and some of the hay lofts and some of the smaller buildings. they hit the rafters, messes the trucks all up completely. Alright, let's just pull him out of the way for now. I'm not quite sure if the corn guy needs 2 trucks running out there. I think they'd probably interfere with each other. Don't know for sure, but I noticed that my $1 million has been whittled down. When I ended up yesterday, I had 1,053,000. Now I've got 1,021,000. Whittling it right down with fuel costs, I bet. Ow, what was that? Alright, let's see if we have a plow. I tell you what, though. If we do have a plow course... Field 2. I do have a plow course. My question, though, is... How... This is 26 meters. Okay. 26 meters. I can't remember if I have the same plow in my other playthrough. I might have the same. I hope I do. Well, we'll find out when we line up here. I'm pretty sure I didn't choose the Hulk. No, I didn't. I got this one. Let me check to see if I even have Hulk in here. Plows. Plows. I do have the Hulk in here, but I don't think I bought it in my other gameplay either. So let's just get going with this. Plow. Alright, let's let it go. Okay, fine. Let's get back to what we... Uh-oh. What's happening here? What's happening? Hey, you missed your combine. Alright, we got the plow going. Wanted to have the plow running before I start going on these side jobs here. The fields are so big, you gotta jump on them because it takes all day to plow a field. It takes 2-3 days to harvest one. Farm this size. Oh, can't believe next week's my birthday. Next Thursday. It's Saturday the 10th today. Our schools don't get out until the 15th of June. That's terrible. Gosh, when I was a kid, we had 3 months off in the summer. Kids that live here, they only get 2.5 months for summer. Pig farm's way out in the North 40 here. And I guess that's okay. I don't need this running. The sheep getting lost in that tall grass out there. Yeah, I'll have to decide. I don't really see a need to fertilize the grass. because I've got so much of it, it's not going to make that much difference. Whoop, backed up too far. What's going on? There we go. I mean, literally, I've got tons and tons of grass. Let's see. Yeah, see, I've already got over 2 million. And I think I've only done it twice. There's so much grass, and it's not even halfway done. Wow, I didn't take very many potatoes. Anyway, I think with that, I'm going to call it an episode here. And hopefully when we get back, we'll get to field number 10 where we've got some wheat, or 7 where we've got some barley. And we can finish filling up that machine over there, amongst some other things. We need the windrow, of course, to make cow food. I don't know why you'd put straw in cow food, but there you go. Maybe they need fiber, because there's no nutrients or anything in the straw that I know of. Anyway, I'm going to call it an episode here. I hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you back on the farm in the next episode. Happy farming.